And I'm a solution therapist. Today we will be talking about the last part of this series wherein we are discussing the topic, the problem. This is a very commonly used word, and in the first video we had a look about a brief few types for this word and how it's associated with the negative and the positive side. What are the two sides of the same coin? One is problem, the other is solution, right? So the second part denoted the aspect of symptoms and reasons. We saw that we have 3 freebies always available with us, within us, in a dormant or active state. Whenever you will encounter a problem, they will surface up. You will encounter them, you will feel them, that you are experiencing those 3 freebies that I have mentioned yesterday. Today is the solution. When we talk about the solution, the other side of the coin, as I had already discussed that yes, why do we need solutions in the first place? We have a problem, we solve it, but why the solution part? It could be any of the reason that fits your own situation. You may want to have a closure, you may want to have a clarity, you are judging yourself, so you want to be in the right or the wrong framework, you want to prove something. That is why you want to solve that particular problem, and you want to even excel at something. That is a very good thing, wherein a problem comes and you push yourself to a limit, that you achieve it and you excel it in the process, learning something new about yourself. In COVID time, it was like, when I was talking to so many people during my podcast interviews, then I came across this view in a very unanimous way, that though this COVID had its negative side, it also had a positive side, that people realized what they were also able to do besides whatever they were doing as in the routine life. They explored their talent, they explored their hidden caliber, or let's say attributes. So all that was also seen. So that shows that whenever a tough situation you encounter, you also find yourself in the process. Now moving ahead to solution part. Yesterday, before closing the session, or let's say the video, I had told you to remember the field, the flowers, the petals, nice ambience, the environment is really very nice, and there are thorns also. Life is not a bed of roses, it comes along with its thorns. So likewise in life, you will have good moments, you may not have such good moments, and that is okay. The only thing that you need to remember is action. You have to have some action or some activity. Keep on doing it so that you have the momentum in life. You cannot, I repeat, stagnate in life, even if the situation is very difficult. Keep on doing something or the other to address the issue, to address the situation, the challenges in your life. You all are capable of it. Now, the last thing that I told you to add on in this imagery was a basket. I told you the example of a tea picker, wherein you must have seen pictures or some videos that when they go to pluck the leaves, right, the tea leaves, they have a basket behind them. They pick up the leaves and they keep on pushing it into that basket. Sometimes you'll see small toddlers also kept in the basket when the women are working in the field. So likewise in life, now remember, this basket is your kit. When we talk about kit, what is the first thing that we can remember? There could be a cricket kit, a football kit, a first aid kit, and all these denote something, that you have the adequate articles or equipments in that particular space which will serve a particular purpose. That is the whole point of having a kit. The first aid kit will have all the things like a band-aid or some wet wipes, something like that in it, so that if you encounter some hurt or some injury, you can heal yourself instantly. Similarly, in your basket, you will be keeping a first aid, let's say problem Saviour Kit. Now this Saviour Kit will have your own content. See, everything is a mind game. you are not actually holding that basket all the time. It will be it'll add a weightage or baggage to you. This is all a mind game. Again, I say, because mind will tell you what to do and the brain will then activate, because mind and brain are different things. Please read the post for the mind I have posted recently. You'll come to know. So you are storing it in your memory. Okay. Now in this Saviour Kit, you may have the numbers instilled. You may feed the numbers. Whenever you're facing a problem, I'll give a very small example, a issue part, a health issue. That's the safest and quickest to recollect. So if you're having a health issue, the Saviour Kit will have the number, maybe of your doctor, the pharmacist, a close friend, a family friend who can come to help you, who are a first aid for you. You may have, a place stored in your memory again, oh, I have these medicines, and it should be there if that particular problem you are facing. So that will give you a relief for that particular health issue. Likewise, if you're having a financial problem, then you need to address the finance part appropriately. It's not like, okay, one day you wake up and suddenly you realize you have this issue. It does not happen in one day. It takes time. So you have to nip it at the bud. Make a very conscious effort. Okay, you are depleting your own finances. What should you do? Come up with a plan. Now here it is, the Saviour Kit is there, and I hope you understand when you're putting in the basket why you are putting it. Whenever you encounter a thorn, a particular problem for your own self, you know exactly which kit you want to carry. Now when there is a relationship issue, you need to have friends or somebody you have a conversation with. You need to communicate. That clarity has to come in within you. Firstly, I always say, when you are young and this boyfriend and girlfriend concept is there, if it is weighing on you emotionally, do not engage in it, in a way that for this temporary relationship, you make a permanent damage for yourself internally. Do not do that. It's not justified. Have a healthy relationship. And if it's like a sibling or husband and wife, or you see your parents, if that relationship is like, getting into contradiction, that is where the parameter, the query or the question is there. You have a problem when a query or question is asked to you, because that is going to create a discomfort in you. Example is, your parents will be asking you, or you will ask your parents, and those could be discomforting questions. And then you need an answer. If received, yes. If not, then also it's a yes. That you will only put it so much importance that will convince you, but there will be a nagging pain. So you have to pan out or shift away from your own situation, and that you can only do if you write down your problem. That is the starting point for you to address, to know which kind of kit you want to carry always with yourself, so that you can retrieve it from your memory. See what you did last time. Okay, this worked. Fair enough. You may go ahead and do it again if you face the same situation. This did not work. What is it that you would like to add on to make it work? So you need to have an advanced, or let's say, add-on features in your own Saviour Kit, right? Next is, you need to do an MRI. MRI is like your memory, recollection and interpretation technique. How you're going to scan yourself in that particular situation, because you need a plan. That plan does not, it does not mean that when a problem comes to you, you can take or consume a lot of time. It has to be very, very quick. You need to come into action, in the less number of minutes as compared to last time. So here it is that, okay, this is the problem. So you scan your situation. This worked, this did not work, and what should I do next? So you need to have a plan for yourself. That plan will only know and is relatable to you if you find out what actually is the problem. What is the source of the problem? What have you done previously? The Saviour Kit is an indication to you, oh, these people will help me. Oh, this is the technique I used last time. So maybe I could give it a try, or this is the option I received from others, or this was the solution I found out on internet by googling up, talking to friend. Through my experience, this worked halfway through. What about the other part? So you need to scan, and that is again MRI. It's like memory. You have to, then you can also say you recall and integrate new ideas with the one that is already present. So that is a possibility. Next, it is these two things are there, right? The Saviour Kit, the MRI. Then is the swapping technique. You have to carry in that basket of yours the swapping word card with you. Find out which word you are using for yourself. Like I always tell my clients, and I encourage them to come up with something very innovative. If the situation is tensed, then you being tensed, how are you then going to resolve a particular issue or situation? It becomes very weighing. It will be taxing for you emotionally, physically, mentally, in all the ways. So you need to have your own wild cards, let's say, or exchange cards, wherein you can exchange one word with the other. Like if you're using the word problem, try to come up with some other word for yourself. See how it works. Use it in your own life. Make it a habit to replace the words which is causing you stress, or which comes along with all those characteristics which shows there is stress, there is pain, there is hurt. So you have to replace it with some creative words. So carry in that basket the swapping cards with you. That is the third point. Fourth point is your health card. That is the most important thing, the foremost thing that you need to really back up and have it fully charged. It's like you are walking in that game zone. You need to be fully charged, Whenever you encounter a problem, how it works is like, okay, you experience there is a tiff between you and your friend. How is the health card going to play a role? If you're getting irritated, I told you irritation if you're having, and there is this fear also attached to it, or you are very angry about something, then there is a depletion in your health card. You need to monitor your diet. You need to monitor what you are eating, what time you are eating, and what is the quantity. Please do go through it. Health is another thing. Then is like your updated GK book, updated knowledge. What it means is, when you are facing a particular problem, let's say a people problem, and the person, the behavior that is problematic to you, somebody in your family, friends, colleagues, anyway, you are not okay with a particular type of person. So the behavior is interacting with you in your conversation. You don't feel like talking with that person. That is a problem with you, but you need that person also. You need that person's guidance or help also. But whenever you're interacting, it leaves you not in a very good taste. Like you don't feel very happy about it. Whenever you are having a conversation, another orchestra is playing in your mind. You are not on the same page. And I hope right now you are on the same page with me and you understand what I'm saying. So let's just go ahead with this example. So this person is there. Now this updated knowledge card works is, you may have had an experience with that person few months back, years back, or maybe few days back. But did you know what that person was going through when you were having an interaction with that person? Did you talk with that person? Okay, this is it. Let's talk. You are matured enough. Communication is a very skilled tool. Use it, skill it up, and scale it up. So updating your knowledge then means that when you are interacting now, today, for example, do not keep an image of that person from your past experience. Okay, for example, if you've done any favor to that person, do not keep that favor in your mind. And that is why I'm going to give you the takeaway word is AHHA. And you can remember that word. A problem comes to you, you have to say, not oh ho, it's like, AHHA, this problem is there. Now what? Scan through. That's an MRI. Swap the card if you are getting so much of disturbed with that particular thing. You need to have your Saviour Kit ready. Be in the momentum. Be active. And last but not the least is here this word. First of the letter in this AHHA, A shows the action that you're going to take. How active you are in the process wherein you are encountering any challenges in life. So the action part is there. Then is the H part, that is honestly. Honestly over here shows that, okay, honestly you have to engage in that without diluting your own interpretation. That means when I'm telling you to interact with the colleague, without keeping the reference point from your memory, okay, this person was like that. This person is always speaking like that, behind my back, in front of me, whatever the person's attitude is. But honestly, you don't have to carry that in your conversation right now. You don't have to keep on holding that exchange communication cards with you, exchange favor cards. You did something for the other person, oh, this person is just so rude. They don't acknowledge. Whenever you do a good deed, do it without any expectation. Do it with pure honesty and humility. That is the next edge. Be humbled. Be you should have the humility ingrained in you again. Be humbled by the fact that there are people around who are ready to give you advice. Listening to advice, especially from parents or the close ones, does not mean you're going to implement it outrightly. Definitely, you will be modulating it and storing it in your basket. Maybe you can suggest the same thing to someone else. It can be helpful, it can be beneficial. So always be a good listener. Listen to what is told to you. Be humble that there are people around you who are ready to give their time and advice to you. Accept it. Implementation you will do by scanning what needs to be done when you are addressing a particular problem, right? Last is A, that is accepting yourself with the attitude. What is your attitude when you are dealing with any problem, situation, any circumstances in life? You need to be living in that moment, doing what is needed in respect to whatever you are facing for that time. Do not bring back memories at that point, oh, I already did this is not working. Where if you did that, as I had told earlier, that okay, this did not work, how far it worked, what is it that you want to include, and then see if it works for you or not. Without, don't do anything in your mind. Be active and practically implement to see whether it's working or it's not working. You all have the opportunity to explore yourself. Don't create boundaries for yourself unnecessarily. Be there, live life. When you say, oh, people don't change, they are just like that, I've already tried, fair enough. Have you changed? You're still thinking with that same mentality. How about now? We all grow up. We all should be exploring with our own vibrancy in life. So as I said yesterday, this is the drama of life. Be a very active participant and make a place for yourself with your own attributes. Have that attitude. Yes, there is always a way out. You will have a coping skill with you. You will, when you brainstorm in this process by keeping everything in perspective, write down. Do not imagine that you have the clarity. You may have the clarity, but writing down makes another level of difference. Practice, see it for yourself. Don't just listen and accept it. Yes, it works. It may not work. Try it out. Find out if it is helping you or if it's working for you or not. There is always another side of everything, right? So the match is coming up and I will be winding up. I don't know who you all are favoring, but then let's enjoy the game. This is the game of life that we were talking about. There are problems in life. You will face problem no matter how much you try to run away from it. There will be minor, major problem. Don't ignore the minor problems. Even if you have plucked up, find out the issue, why actually it came up in your life. Resolve it, address it appropriately, and then move ahead. So that if you come up with any other problem, at least you don't have a fall off for the previous problem. That should be resolved, right? That is why solutions are important. You should have a closure. You should have a clarity so as to address new problems. That's how you are going to get advanced in your own thought process. All the best. Have a nice weekend and a nice week from tomorrow, and enjoy yourself. Take care. See you with my next topic. If you have anything in mind, do message. Let's work it all around. Bye.